Angel City's on break, so today's about what the club is building when the clock isn't running. I'm Cassidy, this is Angel City Daily, and we've got the CDCR-backed CIW program wrapping its second cohort, 2 LA LGBT Center Prom volunteer shifts, and the 2026 NWSL Championship now officially set for Audi Field.
Joey here, and yeah, that championship location hits a little different when you look at where Angel City is sitting in the table.
Yeah, we'll get there. But the CIW piece deserves first crack today, so let's start there. This one's from California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation.
What you need to know. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, CDCR, the Twinning Project, and Angel City Football Club, ACFC, completed its second of 2 cohorts of a leadership soccer program at the California Institution for Women, CIW. Today's culmination events celebrated program participants and included a soccer tournament, remarks, gifts, and visits with the participants' guests.
The CDCR release dropped yesterday, so that second CIW cohort is fully on the record now. And the culmination event wasn't just a photo op at the end. They built it around a tournament, remarks, guests. That's a real send-off.
And that's the part worth separating out. A few days ago, we were talking about the Twinning Project as the first U.S. football club to do this. Now it's got 2 completed cohorts with CDCR's name on the release. That's a track record.
Twinning Project has been running this model since 2018, mostly through clubs in Great Britain. Angel City is 2 cycles in now, which means the repeatable part of the program is no longer theoretical. It's on paper today.
San Diego, Washington, Utah, those teams are starting to pull away at the top. So what's the cleanest gap keeping Angel City out of that next tier? Chance creation, defensive control, or just managing game state better?
The numbers point first to chance creation, and honestly, that's been building for a while. Even in a match Angel City won on XG, they only put up 0.9 expected goals against Kansas City, and Goosecat Analytics had the league median at 1.357 per game. So even when the attack looks decent, it's still below average output. You saw it on the scoreboard, too. Dudinha had a goal and an assist in San Diego's 2-1 win over Angel City earlier this season. Per the AP recap, and Angel City just couldn't generate enough to keep pace. ESPN's Week 10 power rankings show Utah and San Diego separated by steady attacking momentum, while Angel City is still trying to find week-to-week stability. And the KC preview pointed out the defensive issue too. When opponents bring real forward depth, Angel City's backline gets stretched. So if the attack stalls, there isn't much margin anywhere else.
If the XG floor is that low, even in the better games, is this a personnel problem, or is it structural? I mean, is it the way they're building attacks?
That's the question carrying Angel City into the second half of the season. And with the league now in its mid-season World Cup break, per Yahoo Sports mid-season review, they actually have time to work on it instead of just patching it week to week. The coaching staff has to use this window to tighten up chance creation, because that 1.357 league median mark is the bar if they want to keep up with the teams at the top. From Angel City Football Club.
The Center's Youth Prom is an affirming and inclusive celebration where LGBTQ+ youth ages 18 to 24 are invited to show up fully and authentically in a joyful, welcoming space. This unforgettable evening offers a meaningful opportunity to reimagine the high school prom experience, centering safety, self-expression, and community.
Angel City has 2 separate volunteer listings up for the LA LGBT Center this week. Youth Prom tonight, ages 18 to 24, and Senior Prom tomorrow. 6 hours of setup and floor work, all dark attire, and the kind of shift where you're moving pipe and drape instead of standing at a booth.
Youth Prom is cool on its own, but pairing it with Senior Prom, which has been running since 1988, tells you something else. ACFC isn't inventing a new thing here. They're showing up for something that's already outlived a lot of clubs.
And that's the detail to hold on to. Plugging into a 38-year tradition says something very different than launching your own little activation. Here's Angel City Football Club.
Since 1988, the Center's Senior Prom has provided a safe and affirming space for older LGBTQ+ adults to celebrate in community, honoring our elders and movement trailblazers with the opportunity to attend prom as their authentic selves alongside chosen partners and friends. This beloved tradition features food, drinks, live entertainment, giveaways, and joyful celebration, serving as a nostalgic and meaningful tribute to resilience, legacy, and belonging.
Second LA LGBT Center listing today. This one is Senior Prom, which has been running since 1988. So no, ACFC isn't jumping on a new activation here. This event has nearly 4 decades behind it.
So yesterday, it was the youth prom shift. Today, it's senior prom. 2 different events, 2 different signups. Pipe and drape at noon or catering until 8:30 at night. That's a real Thursday ask, which is usually how you know the volunteers actually want to be there.
The 1988 start date matters. This is an institution that predates the NWSL, predates Angel City, and predates most of the people in that volunteer pool. Showing up for it is a different posture than co-branding something new. This one's from Washington Spirit.
Washington, D.C., 3rd, 2026. The National Women's Soccer League, NWSL, today announced Audi Field, home of the Washington Spirit and Major League Soccer's DC United, as the site of the 2026 NWSL Championship, presented by Google Pixel on Saturday, November 21st.
The Washington Spirit confirmed it directly. Audi Field, November 21st. Prime time on CBS. That's the primary source closing the loop on what we flagged Tuesday.
And Audi Field isn't just some neutral site. It's the Spirit's home ground, and Washington is one of the teams climbing the table right now. So the championship is landing in the backyard of a club that's actually in the conversation.
Worth noting, Audi Field is also DC United's home, so it's the same shared MLS venue setup you see around the league. What matters for atmosphere is the Spirit selling out games there, not the stadium's resume.
Angel City is 10th. November 21st is the finish line. I'm not going to pretend those don't belong in the same sentence. 0.9 xG in a win last week doesn't close that gap by itself.
If you like keeping up with the daily rhythm here, check out Inter Miami Daily Podcast, a daily Herons supporter briefing with Messi watch, match reaction, standings, transfers, injuries, and cup context. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts. We've put links to all of today's stories in the show notes, so if something caught your ear, you can tap through and read more. That's Angel City Daily Podcast for this Thursday. Thanks for listening. This is a Lantern Podcast.